Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy that you're here today. Today will be the start of a 12-part lesson on 12 divine laws of the universe. And before you get too overwhelmed by the 12-part, rest assured all 12 lessons will be spread out into separate videos. So I'll be taking the next several episodes to discuss how these universal laws work and how exactly they govern just about every aspect of our lives, from relationships to finances and everything else in between. I mainly discuss the law of attraction since it's a little more well-known these days and it's kind of easy to condense a lot of this information into that one topic. But now I'd like to take you through more of these universal laws so that you can better understand how they're affecting you. But if you haven't seen any of my videos yet, quick intro. Thank you so much for clicking on this video today, by the way. My name is Alyssa, and this channel mainly surrounds the law of attraction, building self-empowerment, and conquering limiting self-beliefs. So please hit that subscribe button along with the bell icon if you're interested in learning more about these things. So I'm just gonna get right into it. The first law that I will go over is the law of divine oneness. Are you excited yet? If so, go ahead and hit that like button. So the ever popular law of attraction states that whatever we communicate to the universe through our thoughts and emotions dictates what we get back. We reap what we sow, in so many words. And it is a very powerful and important law to grasp, but I'll start with the law of divine oneness, which is listed as the first law of the universe. This law stipulates that we are all connected to one another, since we're all direct extensions of divine source or God or universal intelligence, whatever you want to call it. What does this mean? Well, it means that, like it or not, the hippies that have been telling us that we're all one have been absolutely right. We are all directly connected to the source of all things, and therefore we are all spiritually connected to one another. You'd think we'd be nicer to each other. But apart from staying linked electronically through our phones, social media, etc., we really don't see this connection. We can see other universal connections, such as that of the moon with the tides, clouds with the rains, etc., but we don't fully acknowledge the oneness that is us. So that means we don't quite understand how everything we do, say, think, and feel is affecting the collective consciousness, aka the rest of us. Kind of going back to basics, I guess, but as I've mentioned a few times throughout this channel, everything in this universe, every object, person, plant, dog, cat, etc., all of this is just energy. Everything made up of matter is simply energy. And the reason things look, taste, smell, sound, and feel differently is because we're all just moving at different vibrational frequencies. Everything is constantly vibrating at different rates. Solid objects are not even solid objects. That's just how they're vibrating. And that's how our physical senses interpret them. And science has shown us that an atom is made up of 99.9999% empty space, which means that all energetic beings like you and me are predominantly empty space. 99.9999% empty space. And I don't mean to hurt your feelings and say that you're just empty space, because you're not. That's not what that means. It means that most of what we're made up of is invisible. Our physical bodies are a very small percentage of what we actually are. And our thoughts, emotions, and spirit make up everything else. And there is a direct source of universal creation, which we all came from. Again, you can refer to this as God, source energy, divine creator, the universe. Doesn't really matter, we're talking about the same thing. If I may get a little esoteric on you here, I'd like to invite you to believe that we are all eternal spirits living out temporary existences in these physical human bodies. There's a theory stating that before we were born into these bodies, when we were just spirit energy, we chose to be here at this time as these physical beings in order to fulfill a purpose. It's said that we've even chosen everything down to our parents, but it was the intention of each and every one of us to fulfill a specific life purpose. But since we manifested here as the intelligent human species, we've also absorbed a lot of negative programming that clouded our pure beliefs and caused us to go into the wrong direction. So if you're feeling like crap about your life, it's because you went in a different direction than where your inner or higher self was meant to go. And the emotion of unhappiness is supposed to make us go, oh, Not happy, time to go another way. But our human conditioning stops most of us from doing this. So we stay subconsciously cozy in our discomfort. So then your spirit probably says, screw this, and manifests as a dog in the next life, because man, this is hard. Just kidding. It doesn't have to be this rough. No pun intended. So that's the theory, which I personally believe to be true, or at least sufficiently possible. But a lot of this stuff just gets blown off by skeptics who are just super conditioned to believe that no one is special, that we're born randomly or coincidentally, and that we're just meant to survive for the sake of maintaining humanity, get jobs, procreate, and die. Good times. So a lot of people just get uncomfortable talking about this kind of thing, but the sooner that we get that we're not just here by coincidence, that we are all connected and we're all here to fulfill our own purpose, the sooner that we'll all get on the track that we're meant to be on. We forgot who we are and that we're all linked together. Some people say it's arrogant to a point to think that you're special, but I think it's arrogant to think that you're not special or that you're not meant for something unique. Because the rest of us are, but a lot of us just need to clear out that conditioning that tells us otherwise. So why is all this important and how is it affecting all of us? Well, on a more obvious note, think of when someone is in a low vibration state, so they decide to let their anger or whatever get the best of them and scream at the Starbucks barista for getting non-fat milk. So what may have been a nice day for that barista is now continuing on a sour note because of this interaction. So then the barista starts getting irritated with other customers, in turn irritating the customers and creating a ripple effect of bad vibrations running wild at Starbucks and then being carried out into the world. One of the reasons the world easily maintains such a low vibrational state is because this ripple effect has gained so much momentum because of our programming and our conditioning. So as I've said before in other videos, awareness is power. So we just need to all understand that we all affect each other in more ways than we know. Take relationships, for example. Why has it become increasingly difficult to maintain healthy, long-term romantic relationships? We can go back and forth on theories on this loaded topic all day long, but keeping to the theme of this video, we forgot about this connection that we have to one another. We forgot about our purpose, we got lost, we became clouded and angry and frustrated that we are not getting what we want out of life, and we don't think about others the way that we should and how what we say and do affects everyone around us. Not to mention, too many people get into relationships when they shouldn't. And sometimes getting into those relationships further deters us from our purpose. We don't consciously acknowledge this, of course. We just think that we have to be in a relationship, and that's just how it works. But we haven't addressed our conditioning or our inner voices. So now we're attracting people just as confused and frustrated, feeding off of each other's energies. And that energy doesn't just affect you or that other person. It affects everyone you both come into contact with, because we are all connected. If we all just realize that we are all connected to each other through this divine universal source, and that we were all meant to work together and stay connected, the easier it'll be for all of us to coexist in peace. That's why I've been preaching on this channel about doing inner work to tackle your limiting beliefs. Because if we all just remember who we are and what we're supposed to be doing here, the easier life will be for all of us as a collective consciousness. Well, I know that was a lot, but that's all I have on the law of divine oneness. Next lesson will be on the law of vibration, which I am so excited about. So if you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button along with the bell icon so that you don't miss whenever I upload a new video. And if you ended up enjoying this one, please hit like on this video so that more people can see it. And please leave me a comment down below. But thank you guys so much for watching today. Please be safe, much love, and I'll see you guys next time.